Yo, so 11:02, alright? The shit just dropped. I don't have anything funny or goofy to say, unfortunately. I'm just gonna get straight to fucking business here. This is gonna be the last chapter drop for a while. I know next week the spoilers drop for 11:03 or something like that on the 26th. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that on time. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna be. But anyway, let's get into 11:02. Here we go. The Life of Kuma. Reader request in the cover, Bonnie's eating some sandwiches that a pack of wolves made. I feel like it's been a long ass time since we had like a non-reader request cover or whatever the fuck. I feel like it's been a mean ass minute, and I miss those. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the most recent one was the Aokiji one. The chapter starts with Bonnie's journey. The Bonnie pirates were traveling to an island searching for Kuma. He was there, but when the Bonnie pirates arrived, Kuma already warped away. So it seems like Kuma was possibly trying to avoid Bonnie, but I kind of doubt it, but I don't think we're ever gonna get any further elaboration on that. Bonnie pirates always left tons of injured kids and elderly after their attacks. Jesus Christ. They were actually Marines transformed by Bonnie's powers. Okay. Thank God. So Marines believe they're really evil pirates. Kuma was aware that Bonnie was looking for him, but he decided he couldn't meet her. I fucking knew it. Cut to the scene where Luffy got his first bounty. We could see Luffy's reaction on the reaction page showed in the Jump Festa. Okay, so we've already seen this panel a few days ago. Well, I did. Short after that, during the Enies Lobby incident, Kuma visited Vegapunk in Egghead Island. Vegapunk showed him an army of pacifistas being produced, and they talked about the Enies Lobby incident. Oh, Luffy really did cause some fucking shockwaves and shit with the Enies Lobby. Kuma revealed to Vegapunk that Luffy is Dragon Son. We already knew that Vegapunk was aware of that, so now we know how the fuck Vegapunk found out about that. Kuma knew it's useless to hide this information from Vegapunk since he already promised to give Vegapunk all of his memories. Vegapunk can't believe Luffy is Dragon's son. Interesting. Alright. It's curious how a boy with rubber powers is going against the world government, just like the legendary Nika. Vegapunk says that's true. Okay, there we go. So Vegapunk did kind of know, but it might not have been common knowledge that this was a Nika fruit. It was probably just looked at as a straight up rubber fruit. I think a lot of people knew that Nika existed, but didn't know that he was a devil fruit or whatever. Then we cut to the Thriller Bark incident. We see it from Kuma's point of view. Kuma saw the Straw Hat crew fighting Moria. After the incident, Kuma received a Denden Mushi call with the order to prepare for war against Whitebeard. Cut to Saboti, we see Bonnie's introduction scene, but we now discover that Kuma was actually hiding outside the restaurant looking at Bonnie through a window. Kuma smiled when he saw Bonnie. So Kuma was like all the way there at this point. So my suspicions were true. Like, he still was himself, but he was just being all stoic and weird. Kuma said she's grown into a strong pirate. Kuma heard about the incident of the Celestial Dragons, Luffy punching Saint Carlos, the god. So he warped to the human auctions roof immediately and looked inside. Kuma was shocked when he discovered that Luffy punched a Celestial Dragon to protect a fishman. This is a rebellious act that no one has been able to do for centuries. Then we see the Saboti incident. Kizaru sent to borrow pacifistas versus Straw Hat crew from Kuma's point of view. This is one of my favorite fucking scenes in the show. I pray to God that this gets elaborated on more. Luffy says, I couldn't save them, not a single one of my Nakamas. Kuma, thinking to himself, that's not true at all. You all just aren't ready for the new world. Do not come until you're ready, because you are a man who might one day save the world. Why didn't he say this? Jesus, why did he have to be all fucking creepy? In Egghead Island, Saturn ordered Vegapunk to put an additional self-destruction switch on Kuma just in case. Ooh, I have a feeling that'll come into play later. Vegapunk tried to negotiate other methods that will allow Kuma to retain his consciousness, but Saturn insisted Kuma's mind must be wiped. Saturn says, I'm also a scientist. It's useless that you try to lie to me, Vegapunk. On the last day of his normal life, just before the Summit War of Marineford, I knew it! This is exactly the time where I predicted that Kuma lost his memory shit! I knew it! I mean, it was kind of stated, but still, I don't think everybody was onto that shit like I was. Kuma and Vegapunk said goodbye to each other. Vegapunk programmed Kuma to go fight the Whitebeard pirates in the war, but Kuma asked Vegapunk to program him to protect the Thousand Sunny too. Ooh. Kuma says, I would love to see Mugiwara's growth, but since I can't do it, at least I want to protect their home. Vegapunk says, Kuma, why do you have so much faith in Luffy? Kuma says, I know Nika is just a legend, but I promise Bonnie that one day a warrior of liberation will come to free her. Luffy's actions have moved me. I think he's a man who might end up changing the seas one day. So he's doing this not even knowing for sure that he's Nika. Like, what a coincidence. He's doing this all straight off of, you know, Luffy's actions, not because of his powers. Although I'm sure the rubber fruit or whatever kind of, it kind of opened up Kuma's mind to that possibility, I guess. Kuma gave his memory to Vegapunk as he promised. Kuma's memory is like a copy of an original one, so Kuma doesn't forget anything by pulling it out with his powers. Also, the memory will disappear when someone touches it. Uh-oh. That's not good. So Vegapunk developed a system to observe and study it without touching the memory sphere itself. So is that shit gone now that Kuma, or that Bonnie, like, straight up ran into it, pulled the fucking nothing happened like Zoro? So they're all gone now, I'm guessing. All of his memories. Bonnie has all of them. As Kuma pulled out his memories, we see Kuma's entire life flashing before him and all the faces of the people he loves. His dad, his mom, Ivanka, Ginny, Bonnie. Then in a very emotional scene, we see Vegapunk pulling a machine's lever in tears. Jesus Christ, this is gonna fucking hit like crack. The machine started to erase Kuma's consciousness. There were rays of light shining on Egghead Island just like in Kuma's church when he took damage from people. All scientists and Sentomaru were praying and saluting together. Oh my god, this is gonna kill me. In the final page of the chapter, the flashback ends and we cut to the Nikyu room, the paw room, and Egghead Island. The sphere with Kuma's memory is gone and Bonnie is crying on the floor. Chapter ends with Kuma's final words that he asked Vegapunk to tell Bonnie. Oh god, I'm closing my eyes. Kuma, happy 10th birthday, Bonnie. Oh no! It's the end of the chapter, break next week, no Shonen Jump for Christmas holidays, but maybe next chapter will appear sooner, okay. I read that the spoilers might drop on the 26th though, like I said earlier, but that appears to be the end of the flashback. So here we go, shit's really about to go down next chapter, I'm assuming. I'm excited to see what the fuck is gonna be happening in the present. I've made a video on my main channel, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, about the Egghead incident. One of those things are gonna happen, I'm saying it right now. But yeah, no, that's it. I think I'll see you motherfuckers next week, possibly, for the spoilers that may drop on the 26th. I don't know if I'll be active. Oddly enough, I'm not doing anything on Christmas. If shit drops on Christmas, I'll be on top of it. But yeah, no, go fuck yourself.